Day 35. January 15, my birthday. So today, I'm 28. I thought you know what? It's been 11 days. Sorry, I've forgotten how to do this. I'm on a journey of 0 to 100k, and I'm documenting this said journey via YouTube. Some of you are used to this video content. For myself, some of you are probably new. If you're new, welcome. If you're one of my OGs, it's all love. But yeah, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm 28. I'm not like a huge person. I don't really celebrate birthdays that much. I think it's one of those things where I need to. I could do. I don't like the shoulds of the world, but I'd like to start celebrating them more in future. But hey, I'm 28, man. I made it past the 27 club. Thank fuck. No, for real. I like even numbers more than odd numbers. It's a weird little thing that I have, but I feel like I perform better when I'm like aged an even number. I broke through, like, a lot of good things happened in the past on the even numbers, but maybe I'm a little superstitious. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, man. It's been 11 days. I'm not updating you guys in 11 days. And a lot of that, yes, it's all on me. There's been a few things going on in my personal life that's just taken me off the ball a little bit. But I am well. I'm very happy in life. You know, this weird thing that we all live. I still got my go-kart and wristband on. There we go. But yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I hope you... No, don't call me. Don't call me. Yeah, I'm very happy in life. See, I'm recording a video during the day, so it's actually 9:44 a.m. I don't know how I feel about this daytime stuff, man. I don't know how I feel about it, but I kind of like it. It's new, it's fresh, it's different. Oh man. Alright, so we're already 2 minutes in. Let's fill you in on some stuff. The companies. You know what? There was a comment on my last video from a person. I'm not sure the name. Let me find. Ooh, I'm scared of touching my laptop if in case it breaks. We're just gonna do it anyway. Let's find a comment. I've got that thing where it blocks my comments. Let's see if I can turn it off. Yeah, I can't actually see anything. I've got this thing called Unhooked, and it like blocks my YouTube. But in short, the comment was mentioning that the Facebook ad scenario. It felt like the story's getting a bit old, and like, if you feel that, trust me, I feel the same way. I've been going in circles, man. I like the comment because it was a person who wanted to share their honest opinion on something that I would do. Like, all opinions are welcome, even the ones that I don't like, they're welcome. But hey, in that scenario, they were saying, why don't I think about doing other things in terms of marketing? Why don't I try other channels of marketing and see how that works? Now, I know the comment was said in good faith. It was said constructively, so there's never a problem with that. I answered I answered the question in the comments, but in case you watch my videos and you don't see the comments, I want to talk about this stuff, right? So, if you're wondering, why don't I just market elsewhere? Why don't I go down a different channel of marketing, YouTube, more organic? Why don't I go down Google? I'll break down my theory. My theory is based on evidence I've compiled over the last 3 years, and on top of that, I also base this theory on what I believe will work well and make sense for our target demographic. So, in case you're wondering why I don't market on, let's say, instead of Facebook platforms, let's say LinkedIn. It's not actually a bad place. LinkedIn's a really good place. Okay, let's talk about types of marketing. Yes, types of marketing. So the reason why I care about paid advertising is because it's a high leverage form of marketing. Meaning, I don't have to spend all day long churning content out every single day. I don't know if I don't know if any of you have been in a similar position to mine where if you want to continue creating leads, you have to, while doing organic marketing, you have to create literally either every day or you have to compile quite a lot. The problem with that is, for me, the dilemma that you're faced with is it works really well in the long run, but it's very unpredictable when you're early stage and you need to get you just need traction. I think it's a really good business model moving forward, like in the long run, if you can play the very long games. But to be transparent with these guys, I live literally month to fucking month. I don't have money. Like I don't have much money to spend. I know, like, you could say, "Oh, I live in a good place and stuff." Forget about it, man. We've had this conversation. But yeah, I live month to month at the moment. Like, revenue just isn't predictable, and it's not that great. So me spending a lot of time trying to build organic content, while it will help somewhere, like, organic content, it compounds over time, and it gets better. The problem is I don't have that. I really don't have any effort or energy to put into that when my revenue is unpredictable in the current state. So it doesn't make sense to focus on organic, because as well as that, if I focus on organic, who does the rest of the business? Who runs the day-to-day operations? Who does all that stuff? Like, no one's there. It's just me, which isn't great, but hey, we're just there, and that's just life. So paid ads is high leverage simply because I can do the creatives, have a wicked offer, put people down the funnels, pay a little bit, but it's consistent. And we know it's consistent, so that's why I go down the paid route. And yeah, that's paid ads. But what I want to talk to you about today, we're 7 minutes in already. Damn. I hope you're still with me. Man. I've been on a mission, and many of you know I've been on this mission. I want to get, well, in the past I've talked to you about wanting to get 1 million people into tech. I'm changing that mission. There's a few reasons. One of the biggest reasons why I want to change that mission is because over the past few years, there's been a few layoffs. The economic climate isn't the greatest for many of us, and just the macroeconomic climate is shaky. So it's been a bit, it's not been great for tech companies. Tech companies have been laying off people. Now, with context, you realize this is happening across the board around every industry. But in isolation, when someone wants to get involved in, let's call it self-development or, professional growth, they worry that there's not going to be a job or whatnot on the other side if they were to upskill in this market. The problem is the concerns are valid, but there are jobs. There are loads of jobs still there going. But it sounds concerning, and every time there's a market, every time something shifts in the market, it makes my job harder because I have to convince people that there are opportunities available to them. And I don't like doing that because I really don't like doing that because it now feels like I'm trying to sell you on the idea of, oh no, wait, the market's good, don't worry, give me your money and you're gonna be fine. Trust me. Like, I don't like that. And I don't like the whole angling of it. On top of that as well, I feel like 1 million, focusing on getting 1 million people into jobs, it's nice, but I think I care more about the outcome of them getting the jobs. I've always cared more about the outcome of them getting the jobs. 1 million people is an arbitrary figure in that scenario. What I care about is, I care more about getting 1 million people in financially stable or financially better positions than they were, previously in. So I guess you could say I care about social mobility. The reason why I care about this is because I don't know if any of you have seen any of my previous tweets, my previous posts, but I come from a working class family. I come from a family that, hasn't had much growing up. Where I live is incredible. I don't think anyone, anyone in my immediate family at least has lived the heights that I've already been able to achieve just yet, or to the extent that I've experienced this. My older sister's done all right, to be fair. But yeah, like I've done really well for myself, very young as well. And I know what it's like to be from where I'm from and go through the hardships that we've gone through to get to this point. I now have friends, I have, acquaintances that I would like to see them go through some of the changes, transformations from where their current class or like where they're currently based in society. I was on top of that, I want their children, I want their family, their siblings, their loved ones to also experience things like this as well. And I care more about improving communities, especially those that are impoverished and those that are just lacking opportunities. I care more about stuff like that than I care about putting, 1 million people into tech for the sake of that. I'd rather work with people that have the desire, have the fire in the belly to actually pull the finger out and go and achieve something, mainly because they need to, not because they would like the idea. They need to do this for themselves. If they want to have any chance at improving their situation, they need people like myself. They need, communities like ours. They need things like that to also be uplifted. And yeah, I thought about it, and I guess I care more about the outcome. It's not that I care more about people making money, like that's great, but I care about what happens with the money. So yeah, the getting 1 billion people into tech, it's not so much of a focus. I think I need to reword it, but like this is work in progress. I'm just spitballing with you, right? But I care more about, I guess we could say, I want to help, I want to help X number of people. I want to help bring X number to a community of people of X, whatever. So instead of I want to help a million people get their first jobs in tech, I might say I want to put 100 million, or I want to put £1 billion or $1 billion worth of capital into communities and communities that need it most. And how might I go about doing that? I go about doing that the same way I've already been doing this mission. I teach or I provide opportunity. Now, teaching, we have that under control. We already teach. And we could see even the verticals of what we teach now changes. So, for instance, right now we help beginners learn. But what happens to the people who are currently in jobs, but they're realizing they have a lot more potential and they want to upskill, or they want to, maximize what skills they already have? Well, sorry, my lips are dry. Well, these people are now in the amazing thing is they've got the foot through the door. They are able to go from being, say, a midweight designer to being a senior level designer, earning even more, having even more control, doing more things within the professional environment, and achieving greater things. They can move to different companies. They can move to different countries. Some of our graduates have already done that. They've gone from UK to Dubai, places around the world, the US. They've done some really impressive stuff that I'm like, even I'm curious about doing myself. How are we for time? It's nearly 10 a.m. All right, we should be good. So we've got these people, for example. We've also got, what about the people that just want to improve some of their finances? So we could also focus now on helping people go from beginner level to more intermediate stuff. So getting your first client. What's that like? How does being a freelancer work? I've been a freelancer. I've also helped people become freelancers. I've coached people who want to get into freelancing. And we've done that I've done this as a hobby. Not even a hobby. I just like helping people. Yeah, you already know that. But I've done that. You're right, Levi. Hey, relax. But yeah, I've been doing that. And now that I know that the aim is more about improving financial situations, I'm going to have some incentives in place. I'm going to want to do things that improve people's, um, wealth creation and their ability to do that for their families. Something that matters to me. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So we've got that. I can help you do these things. I could even go even further. I could help you build your first startup at some point. We might have an incubator program at some point. I might create something or partner up with a company or an organization that can provide these opportunities. But what's the thing that's happening at the end of the day? We're creating new opportunities for better outcomes. We're creating new opportunities of better outcomes for these people that we want to serve. People that have the fire in their belly, people that want to create the change for themselves and their people. I think that's really fun. I like that. It's very clear and linear what the outcomes of coming to us are at that point. It's not just you get a job. It's more of you're in a community now where that community is trying to uplift itself and bring others along with them. That's what I like the idea of. Damn it, my ADHD brain lost that thought that I had. It was really cool. What do I care about? Yeah, I've lost that thought. But these are the things I care about. It's it's what I'd like to spend more time doing. I think it'd be more straightforward to capture the people that I'd like to learn from as well. I've been watching some Dan Coe videos. If you don't know him, worth checking out on YouTube. Some of the things that I've learned, uh, some of the things that I like and they talks about is building your niche around the things that you like. So, for instance, some people might be thinking, okay, Zaire, what do you like? What do you actually like? I like design. I like technology. I really like technology. I love technology. I love design. I like sports. I don't necessarily need to build my community around sports or work on that. I like self development. I like growth. I like things that put me in a position where I can learn. Not I can learn applicable information or knowledge. Well, I can learn knowledge that I can apply to my future and present tense. That's the sort of stuff that really stimulates me, and I've been doing that. It's the stuff that comes like it's really play for me. I genuinely enjoy that sort of stuff. You could say it's mental masturbation, God knows, but I do it. I really love doing it, and I love applying it. I think this whole thing of life is video game like. I played a lot of video games. I played too many open world games, but I played enough. And I like building things from scratch and I like doing shit like that. These are the sorts of things, these are the sorts of things that I'd love for more people that I, bump into to be interested in. So in doing that, I think it ties into self-development and self-improvement and betterment that I work on projects that might attract these types of characters. They're the people I get out of bed to support every day. They're the people that really make me love what I do for a living. Yeah. Hmm. What else is going on in life, man? I moved to New York soon, man. I moved to New York. I'm kind of, what? I'm scared. I can say I'm scared openly. There's an excitement, and I think there's a fear. If we're talking fears, um, I'm also fearful this video resets or for whatever reason it doesn't work, and I'll really be upset. But yeah, I'm fearful about the New York stuff. Why? Because I know right now I'm living month to month. Thankfully, I've got a place to stay when I get there. I've got family to stay with and help me get off their couch, or figuratively speaking, off their couch and into my own place over there. So I'm not starting from rock bottom, but I've got some support. Why am I scared for New York? Why? Because it is it's the wild wild west, man. We know that there's a lot that's possible from being over there, but damn, it's scary. Like God forbid you break your ankle, you might actually, you might go bankrupt. Shit like that, scary. But the risks outweigh the rewards for me. I'm a very healthy. I think I'm fairly healthy. in good health as well. So it shouldn't be too bad. But the risk outweigh the rewards, and a place like that is somewhere that I believe. When you're young, if you're really trying to make a thing of yourself in the world of capitalism, do it. Go to a place like that. Go San Fran, or LA. Like, do what you have to do to try and not hit it big, but yeah, do what you have to do for whatever goals you have, and be around the people that are also trying to do the same shit that you're trying to do and care about the same stuff that you care about. For me, yeah, as you already can tell, I care about being a capitalist. Um, you could say it's bad, it's good, don't really care. I care about it and I have my reasons for it, same way other people may. But yeah, New York's scary in the sense of I've seen rent prices, man. Like, they're like 4,000. They don't have to be that, but the places that I like the look of, about $3,500 to $4,000 a month. And man, if I was going and getting a full-time job, like, great, I should be fine to afford something like that comfortably. But I hear that as an entrepreneur, and it's like, oh wait, I need to sell more products to people who currently live there, at their price points, because their price points are slightly higher than the UK and Europe. So they should be able to pay for it. And it's like, damn. I guess there's a psychological barrier around money again. When I first started making money, I was scared of asking people for money, and it felt weird. Now I've got that same feeling, but in only because there's a lot that I don't know, psychology wise, in terms of how they spend. But we know from data, like, they spend way more than other parts of the world, especially the UK in comparison. So it's like, it should be fine. It should be fine. But it's kind of scary to know that you're starting from scratch, and you're also figuring out a new market, one that you didn't grow up in. So, damn, yeah, I'm a bit fearful regarding that. But I think it's good that I have these fears, because it proves that I'm alive, obviously, and I clearly have belief in something, in what I'm doing, and I believe it's worth the outcome. I believe the short term challenges are worth the outcome. That to me is nice. It's been a while since I've been scared. Fear is an exciting thing for me. It can be used as excitement. It's a fuel. It's just energy, and I like to use my fearful energy to try and overcome the odds and fortify myself, even calcify. I guess you could say calcify my mind, and uh, embody stoic beliefs and practices. Yeah, that shit's hard as hell, man. But I'm trying. But yeah, we're doing that. Doing that. When do I believe I'm gonna do that? In the next 3 weeks or so, 3 to 4 weeks. I've got some things that I'm sorting out in the UK before I leave, and once I've done that, we're gone. It's really cold there, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm starting to ramble on, and I can't be bothered recording anymore. I want to just get back to my work. Day 35, 0 to 100k a month with Zaire Allen, and it's been a pleasure.